Hello Year 1 and welcome to today's lesson. Today we are seeing if we can retell a story accurately, and the context is the Gingerbread Man because that's the story we have been looking at this week. So, just to do a bit of space learning, can you remember what type of stories these are? What are these stories called? The Billy Goat's Gruff, Cinderella, The Three Little Pigs, Little Red Riding Hood, Jack and the Beanstalk, and The Gingerbread Man. Yep, they are called traditional tales or maybe even fairy tales as well. So we've been looking at traditional tales this week, and let's just remind ourselves of what traditional tales are. Perhaps you could even pause the video and see if you can try to remember what traditional tales are. So traditional tales are stories that have been told and retold for many years, and they often are passed down through lots and lots of families and through a long, long period of time, and they become a story that people know very well. And there's lots of different versions of each of these stories as well. So that's good so that we've been able to remember all of our learning from yesterday. Now, yesterday we started trying to sequence this story, The Gingerbread Man, and we managed to, oh, it looks like I'm saying this, we managed to put everything into the correct order, and we also used some time words to help us out. But before we have a look back at what we did yesterday, let's just remind ourselves of the story and have one more listen to The Gingerbread Man, as it's quite a short story. Hope you enjoy it, and then we will continue our lesson.
The Gingerbread Man. Once upon a time, there lived a little old woman and a little old man. One day, the little old woman made a gingerbread man. When she opened the oven, the gingerbread man jumped off the baking tray and ran out of the house. The little old woman and the little old man ran after the gingerbread man, yelling, "Stop! Stop!" Sadly, they could not catch him. The gingerbread man just laughed and said, "Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man." The gingerbread man ran until he came to a cat. "Stop! You look good enough to eat," said the cat. The gingerbread man just laughed and said, "Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man." The gingerbread man ran until he came to a dog. "Stop! You look good enough to eat," said the dog. The gingerbread man just laughed and said, "Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man." Just then, a fox came by. "I can help you cross the river," said the fox. "Just hop onto my tail and I will swim across." The gingerbread man saw the others coming. He knew that if he did not go with the fox, he would be eaten. So he jumped onto his tail. Soon the gingerbread man began to get wet. "Climb onto my back," said the fox. So the gingerbread man did. The water was getting even deeper. This time the fox said, "Jump onto my nose so that you don't get wet." The gingerbread man climbed onto the tip of his nose. Just then, the fox tipped back his head and the gingerbread man flew into the air. The fox opened up his mouth and snap! That was the end of the gingerbread man.
Okay, hopefully you enjoyed listening to the story again, and while you were listening, hopefully you remembered each of the parts that happens in the story. Now, yesterday we managed to put all of these pictures into the right order. We sequenced the story so that it was in the correct order. And then afterwards, in these boxes below, some of you managed to include the time words that you would put into each part, which was great. And I even got some great videos of people retelling the story as well, which was lovely. what I'd like you to see if you can do now is see if you can remember these time words. What time words did we use yesterday? You can pause the video and maybe see if you can tell grown-up which time words you know. Okay, let's see what time words you got right. We've got once upon a time, which might be where we start our story. Then, suddenly, after that, later, afterwards, next, and finally. So, we used all of those time words yesterday when we were retelling our story. And today we're going to be retelling the story again, but seeing if we can write our story out neatly and nicely. So let's see if we can have a look at how we're going to do that. So you're going to need two things to help you out today. You're going to need to have your storyboard from yesterday so that you have all of the pictures in the right order to help you remember which parts are coming up in the right order. And hopefully you have put your time words into each of those boxes. If you haven't done that, then maybe you could have a go at doing that now. So you could pause the video and make sure you've got your time words in each of those boxes. So today we're going to need to do three things. We're going to need to use full sentences with capital letters and full stops. We're going to need to use neat handwriting with finger spaces. And we're going to need to include time words. And of course, if we're using time words, we're going to need to make sure that our story is in the right order. So we need to make sure we start from the beginning and work our way through the story to the end. So here is how you're going to do it. You're going to write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 next to each of the parts of your story. But I've put 6 numbers, and how many parts are there on our storyboard? Have a look and see if you can work that out. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're only writing 6 parts to our story today, and then the other 2 parts we're going to save for a very special ending tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you more about that special ending in tomorrow's lesson. So just only looking at the first 6 boxes today. So number 1, I'm going to start and see if we can do an I do, where you watch what I do to see if you can understand how to write this correctly. See if you can spot what I'm doing. I'm going to start off and I'm going to use my time words, and I'm going to have a look and think, what time words shall I use? I'm going to use once upon a time to start the story. So once upon a time, there was a little old lady, and she made a gingerbread man, full stop. And then the second part, what's happening in the second part? He's running away. The gingerbread, oh, I've nearly forgotten something. What did I forget? I'm starting my sentence with the gingerbread man, but we said we need to start with a time word. So I'm going to have a look at which time word to use. I'm going to use the word suddenly. Suddenly, the gingerbread man came to life. He ran out of the house and they chased him. That's the second part of my story. Now the third part of the story, he meets a cat. So I might put, after that, the gingerbread man met a cat. So that's how I'm going to write each part of the story, and I would like you to see if you can write all 6 parts of the story. So you're going to write, let me get my pen, you're going to write all of this and these two. So you're going to write these parts of the story, but you're not going to write the ending. We're going to save the ending for tomorrow, and I'll explain how we're going to write a special ending in tomorrow's lesson. So good luck with your writing today. I look forward to seeing all of your retold stories. If you would like to try and make yours even more exciting by including some adjectives, so for example, we could say, we've used little old lady here, but we might want to say she made a cheeky gingerbread man, then you could have a go at doing that as well. Oops. You could have a go at writing something like that as well. So you can make yours a little bit more exciting if you'd like to, but we'd love to just see your 6 parts of the story written in the correct order. So good luck, and we look forward to seeing your work. I'm going to leave these time words and the storyboard up on the screen for our last slide, so that if you wanted to pause the video now and keep this up on the screen, then you could use that to help you out and help you remember those time words as well and see how they're spelled correctly as well. So good luck, and I look forward to seeing your fantastic learning on Google Classroom. Bye.